Hello Year 4, welcome to Wednesday's maths lesson. Today we're going to be looking at some problems and we're going to be using both our multiplication and our division strategies that we've learnt over the past couple of weeks to help us solve those. But just to get our maths brains ticking over, I'd like you to have a go at your 8 times table. So head over to hit the button. You can see the link down here at the bottom of the slide. Or you can use the hyperlink that's in the PDF document, which will take you straight there. I'd like you to have 5 minutes of practicing your 8 times table, playing hit the button, and then come back and we will get started. Fantastic. Right, welcome back. Let's have a look then at, we're going to have a look at a couple of problems. We're going to have a look at 2. We're going to have a look at this one, which is all about Justin playing times table rock stars. And we're also going to have a look at a problem where Indy's been practicing her guitar. And then I'm going to let you have a go at doing some of your own. To be able to talk through these 2 problems with you, I've made a second little video of me working on my whiteboard. So what you need to do is you need to pause now. You need to pop over to the other video for today, the 20th of January. And you need to watch me working on the whiteboard, and then those that little clip there will help you to get started on your own questions, which are here. So can you pause now, go over and watch the other clip, and then when you come back, it'll be your turn to have a go at some of these questions here. You can access them from this video here, or you can also find them in the Google Drive on the PDF document for the lesson today. Right, how did you get on? Hopefully you were able to watch the video clip and have a good go at all the problems. The answer sheet is in the Google Drive for you, so you can either, after you finish the lesson, mark your own, or you can get a family member to mark them for you. I don't mind whichever way you want to do it. And the same with these questions here. All the answers are on an answer sheet in the Google Drive for you or your family members to access after you've solved them. Right, let's have a look at a couple of these because they're a little bit different to just a normal word problem. We've got to do a little bit more thinking. So Teddy and his mum were having a reading competition and in 1 month Teddy read 814 pages. But his mum read 4 times as many pages as Teddy, and what we need to know is how many pages did they read altogether? That's the first question that we've got over here. I'm just going to highlight it for you so that you can see it a little bit clearly. How many pages did they read altogether? And that's the first thing we've got to solve. And you can see that White Rose have been quite helpful here, and they've given us a bar model to help us get started here. So I can see Teddy's 814 pages. And then I can see that his mum's read 4 times as many pages as Teddy. So how are you going to find out how many pages they read altogether? That's a starting point for you for part 1. And then after you've done that, I can see that there's another question here. And the second part is, how many fewer pages did Teddy read? So we know how many pages Mum read. How many fewer pages did Teddy read? And it says use the bar model there to help you. So I'm going to get you to pause it now, and then I'm going to ask you to have a go at the problem, and then you'll be able to pop over to the PDF document in the Google Drive to see whether you were correct or not. So well done for having a go at the Teddy problem and the reading problem. We're going to move on. I'm going to have a look at a different type of problem now. And this is an explore problem. So it's asking you to think about something differently. Now, this diagram here on the screen is called a Venn diagram. And I know we've seen these before because we looked at them in science when we were sorting electrical appliances out, if you remember. And what we talked about was that certain parts of the Venn diagram mean certain things. So I can see that this circle here, the one that I'm going to go around in purple, not very accurately, this circle here is where I'm going to put numbers that divide by 3 with no remainder. Okay, and this part of the Venn diagram here, the red circle, is where I am going to put numbers that divide by 4 with no remainder. But you can see there's a bit in the middle that overlaps. So this green bit in the middle is where I'm going to put numbers that divide by 3 with no remainder and divide by 4 with no remainder. And then it says, can you add another number to each section? Okay, and we can see that we've got our numbers that we've got to sort up here at the top. Now, where would be a good place to start this problem? I know that in this purple section, I'm going to highlight it in purple, in this purple bit here, I've got to put all the numbers that divide by 3 with no remainder. Okay, and in the orange section, I've got to put all the numbers that divide by 4 with no remainder, and in the green section in the middle, numbers that divide by 3 and divide by 4 with no remainder. Okay, well, maybe a good place to start would be to write out my 3 and 4 times table. So maybe you want to pause the video now and go over and write out your 3 and your 4 times table. I think that might be helpful. Okay, well done for popping out your 3 and your 4 times table. Hopefully you've got that in front of you and you'll be able to use that as we talk through this next little bit. So I'm going to start with the first number that I can see up here, and it's 16. Okay, now I'm not too bad at my times tables. I've had quite a lot of time to practice, and I know that 16 is in the 4 times table. I know that 4 lots of 4 are 16. Okay, so I know that 4 lots of 4 are 16. So it's definitely in the 4 times table, and there's definitely no remainder in there. But is it in the 3 times table? So I could put it in this bit here. I could put 16 in there. But is it in the 3 times table as well? And if it is, I would have to move it into the middle bit. Well, let's see. 1 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12, 5 3s are 15, 6 3s are 18. So it's not in the 3 times table. It is in the 4 times table though, so I'm going to leave it where it is. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to pause now, and can you go away and can you correctly put the other 4 2-digit numbers into the Venn diagram? And then it says, can you add another number to each section? So pause it now and have a go. Right, well done for having a go at the Venn diagram. You can find the answers, as I said, in the Google Drive, so make sure you go over there and have a look to see how you got on. I think we've got another problem we have. So, this is all about sweets and friends. So this says there are 37 sweets and they're shared between 4 friends. How many sweets are left over? Right, so there are 4 children here. We've got Alex, Mo, Eva and Jack, who've all had a go at attempting to solve this problem here. Now Alex says that there's 1 sweet left over. Mo says that there are 9 sweets left over. Eva says there's 9 remainder 1, and Jack says there's 8 remainder 5. And your job is to explain who is correct. Is it Alex, Mo, Eva or Jack? But then also, what mistakes did the other people make? So, who is correct? And what mistakes did the other people make? I wonder where you're going to start this problem. I can see there's 37 sweets and they've got to be shared between 4 friends. I would be thinking to myself, what do I know? Where can I start? Well, I know I've got 37 sweets and I know they're being shared between 4 friends. And I've got to find out how many sweets are left over. What calculation am I going to have to do? I'm going to pause it I'm going to get you to pause. I'm going to get you to go off and have a little think and see if you can solve this problem. Remember to have a good check on the document in the Google Drive to see if you're right or not. And good luck. It's quite a tricky one, this one, so good luck. Right, so this is our starting point for tomorrow's lesson. So I'm just going to leave it there for a second. I wonder how well you got on with all the problems today. There was quite a lot for us to get through today, so hopefully you had a good go. I will see you tomorrow for some more maths. I think we're looking at some correspondence problems tomorrow, and we're going to be hopping over to the White Rose videos to help us with that. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.